Hey everybody, I'm TecToss and welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Original Sin. It's Sunday again and I'm pretty excited to be playing Original Sin again. I actually do get, and don't tell that anybody, I do actually get goosebumps when I hear the music playing on the screen. It's true, I'm that easily excited. I don't know why, they just have a very nice soundtrack, I gotta say. Just fits in together with all the other nice art style, but I'm not gonna start rambling about that just yet. Let me play the game for 5 minutes and then I'll find something to be amazed at. Now, we do want to talk to Captain Orius, I think, because we did get denied access to the crime scene, and we are actually here in this town to solve the murder of Counselor Jake, so probably want to see the crime scene and investigate that a little bit. But I came aboard this here.
Greetings.
Well, let's take a look inside the cook's house. Maybe we can find something interesting there. Okay. Isn't a chicken's destiny to be eaten? We should catch it and give it back to the cook. A chicken has no, it's probably its destiny to... True story indeed. Perhaps we can have a bite later. Bark! Well, that's a rather brutal way to... Oh, wow! He just steps through a puddle of blood and goes right to cooking. That's a nice guy. Wow. Yeah, just go through that again, why not? Hello, cook. Phew, that was close. Thanks for catching Fidgety Jack here. Guess she got nervous when I mentioned drumsticks. Let's have that bird then, shall we? Our troops might be hungry. Come to see what the delectable of pesky poultry have you. Actually, do you know anything about the staff of Pergamon? What Perbagron, you are speaking gibberish. Okay, what's the latest gossip, man? Who's wasting time? Orcs are a real threat. Okay. We didn't yet meet Arhu, but oh, I think isn't Arhu the one who greets us at the gates? Yeah, he is, and he's also the magician who's building the devices that keep out the undead and the orcs. Counselor Jake, and she's guilty as a sin, so Esmeralda is suspected again. Who would have thought that? Quelle surprise, as the French used to say. Means which surprise? What surprise? Whatever. I guess he doesn't have anything interesting to say. At all. Tell me about the Legion. Oh, the Orcs. Fabulous 5. Huh. Okay, though. Nothing of interest at all. Maybe we find something interesting upstairs. Legion Kitchen. Got the quartermaster here. Tell about the Legion. Captain Orr is the ranking officer in Cyseals while he shared his meals with mutts in the street until the Legion picked him up. And look at him now. Confers with wizards and kings, he does. Commands his own regiment, blah blah. Okay. Fabulous 5. I heard their leader, Saffron, was too occupied single-handedly reorganizing a southern warlord's finances to make it to Cyseals. But 4 out of 5 ain't bad. Well, 4 is 4 too much if I'm gotta be totally honest with you. Let's see what she got. Level 4 item. Which level are you? Dexterity 6. That actually looks like it's a lot better than what Lilith has. 12 to 20, and this thing here does go for... where's the drawback there? I don't see it. Huh. I really don't see it. Okay, it has less critical damage and no critical chance bonus. I guess there's a little drawback, but 2%... Might actually be worth spending some money on. What you asking for that? 300? Yeah, that's not much. That's not much at all. That's nice. Found something I like to buy. And we could trade some of the useless crap we got going on here. Like, I don't know. Oh, we need to identify this shield. Didn't yet do that. Let's see, what's that? Blocking 8%. Problem is, though, we don't... Like, nobody in our group... Ragnar is a two-handed fighter. Llilith doesn't use shields, she uses bows. These two guys don't use shields. I guess we could just straight up sell that. Don't really have any use for it. We could go for Ishmael, but I'm gonna keep him around. Kinda like Ishmael. If for nothing else, I'm gonna keep him around for the name. We've got enough other crap that we could trade, like these things here. A crystal, nice. Oh man, like one healing potion is worth more than that. I guess we'll have to find a way to craft these things. Water to life, minor heal, water shield. Water to life, what's that? Oh, vitality boost, okay. Steam cloud arrow, piece of meat, and some gold. Alrighty. So we're just gonna balance it out with a little gold and do the trade. Thank you very much. Might as well go ahead and repair our stuff while we're at it. All that looks good. How about you? Yeah, you didn't actually fight anything yet. So Jahan shouldn't have any damage on his stuff as well. No. Llilith bow, we don't need to repair that, and the rest of your stuff looks pretty good. Okay. Take my leave. Can't steal anything from here, but I guess we're fine for now. We got enough cash, and we got a lot of gold cups and plates and whatnot to trade around. So, yeah. Not really necessary to do anything about that. Yeah, got a lot more damage and more willpower. So here we go. Have the better bow. This year, of course, it's even better, but it is... what's his problem? Yeah, we need to be level 4, and for now we're just level 2. So, alright, so we helped catch a chicken. I'm glad we're helping the city. Like, we're really worthy of praises and songs. Maybe we'll leave that part out of the songs and praises for later on. Not too proud of catching a chicken. Oh man. The start of the game is a little slow. It will take some time until we can actually get out of the city here, but... Who are you? Oh, there's Aureus. Okay. Should we talk to him first, or first... Yeah, let's first talk to him. And then go to the cellars. Hello, kind sir. What have we here then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Ha! Look at what you must in Cyseals, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs, you hear? I have enough on my mind running expeditions into hostile territory. Well, I assume we'll be running some of these expeditions for you in the near future. There's someone the Legion should arrest, so this here would be one way to resolve Eklandir's quest for killing the Orc, but I'm not sure I want him arrested. Like, if I'm gonna go against him, it's probably gonna be me killing him and taking the prize that he was about to pay us. And then maybe extract some prize from Victoria? Somewhere down that lane. Because I'm all about the Benjamins, baby. I don't have any morals in these games. Tell me about yourself. I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Cyseals, by which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead, for I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into driveling hordes of their own misshapen number. Let's discuss the undead. Listen, you may be here for other matters entirely, but if there's one useful thing you can actually do around here is to stick your nose into the affairs of the undead. The stench likely make you gasp for air, but between you and me and those 7 Ruthless gods out there, it's about time someone other than the Legion gives this charade a shot. I can only hope some fresh ideas are coursing through that source-obsessed brain of yours, and that they will take root before the undead scoop those same brains out from your shattered skulls. Well, isn't he a bright-minded fella? We're all dead. The undead are gonna scoop out my skull, the brain out of my skull, to be precise. Seem to be weaker in the west. Okay. Let's talk about some matters concerning. Let's discuss these expeditions into hostile territory you mentioned. The bravest of the brave went out looking for the sources of the undead. Volunteers, all those men. For that is the pact we made. The walking dead spawn in endless number, but someone or something must be responsible for each and every one of these miserable buggers. And that is why the Legion is making renewed efforts to locate this accursed fountainhead of death. Too long have we been on the defensive. It's time for action. Even if it claims more Legion lives. Souls of steel to a man, my soldiers. They fight by the lighthouse, they fight by the burial mound, and they fight by the old church. Gods grant that they may find the rotten root from which these scuffling monsters spring, and that they may fulfill their mission. Regards to the lighthouse. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines forth from it, from its pinnacle every night. The locals say it's haunted, and if there's ghosts involved, maybe necromantic magic is in play as well. Half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out. So far I can but hope they're safe. Burial mounds. There are ancient funeral grounds all over the place north of this city. Good as places as any to start looking for the necromancers, wouldn't you say? Doesn't exactly take a genius to figure that one out. Some local archaeologist offered to tag along with these men, with a man. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be a boon. Let's discuss the old church. There's a church to the northeast of here. Built atop the very place once stood a temple dedicated to the swords. The Cyseals raised it and built a church for the 7, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery, or some such superstitious mumbo-jumbo. Anyway, when the dead rose, that is where they first were spotted, which made it a likely candidate to house the origins of the outbreak. May my soldiers make it there and back again unscathed. What about Jake's murder? Gods above, some politician snuffs it and everyone is in an uproar. Ridiculous. I told that wizard brat of an Arhu not to bother. But he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery is afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop, understand? I'm in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Arhu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crimes over the King Crab's Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you. I see, you've come to report a dead sheep, a heap of mutton that sailed into view upon your robbing the grave of a council. Lovely. Well, don't just stand there gawking like guppies. Hire yourself to Roberts, the mortician. If anyone buried a sheep, obviously it was him. Regards to the wife. Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in the town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Yeah, I learned that much myself. Now the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There's that, but that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cook-ups you lot have made in the past. Okay, blah blah blah. Let's discuss his knife. So you found a blooded knife in Esmeralda's cellars. Guess you can scratch the top candidate of your list of cliché clues then. Not exactly enough to arrest her for it, is it? How to plan the perfect murder. Really? Really? She might as well wear a dress with the words "I killed Jake and I liked it" embroidered on it. Oh man. But that alone wouldn't suffice to convince me. So convince me, Hunter, and keep looking. I like that guy, kind of. Weak spot in our defense, but I can't make... Okay, so he doesn't really know what the orcs are about. He's mainly concerned with the undead, it seems. And, yeah, that probably is all the information this guy will have from me. Everything we do to fortify your abilities. It's easy enough to gain new strength when one's carrying an entire team on one's shoulders. As a personal example, inspired me to reach heights I never before envisioned. Oh, let's do that. Oh, that's just too perfect of an answer. There's no experience to be won from pestering me with vapid flattery. I like that. It is spectacular indeed to behold how quickly your powers grow. There's a superhuman quality to your progress that both impresses and pleases me. Do continue to pursue the depth of your potential with relentless resolution. You seek... Yes! Seek power for power's sake. Forswear the pitfall of morality. Forswear both good and evil, the promises of duty and ambition. Let power be the end of its own means, and nothing in this world will be able to stand in your way. Yep, a fine counsel. Power, after all, is the very engine of success. Fully agree. To be truly powerful, one has to set aside everything that may impede its progress. Yep. Good. Revel in the lust for power like the leech does in his aphrodisiacs. For only if you cast aside all desires, instead focus on the other mental and physical mastery of supremacy over all. That means as well as the ends will melt into the ultimate purpose. This purpose I have my own, as do you, that much is clear, though perhaps you may as yet be unaware of its true design and composition. So let us continue our journey, for it is the journey that purpose takes shape. For it is in the journey that purpose takes shape. I kind of really like the dialogue. Leader in sight. What the hell is that? +5 initiative and damage +10%. Nice! So it's because of the leadership bonus from the bow. Cool. I like that. Huh. Boost initiative, damage, and chance to hit. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I need to read up a little bit before I actually pick a talent, and it doesn't really... Well, actually... Could go with the expert marksman. I think I know which one I want to pick here. We got 2 points available. Two-handed is not my main focus for now. Skills, man-at-arms. I could go with the Turg. And that will cost my 2 ability points. And we could then learn level 5 Arathurg spells. I think I want to have that above all. So let us... where is it? We should now be able to... We have not learned this skill yet. Requires level 4. Dadgummit! We can't learn it yet. It's a skill level 5 though. So we should be good with the 2 points we have. All skilled up, huh? What's that? 2 extra ability points. Well, we're gonna read through that off screen and I'm gonna inform you about the choice I made, because for now I don't think we got any fights in our immediate future. So probably don't really need to read up on that too much. Righty, what's going on down here? Legionnaire.
Greetings!
Quiet. We're talking to these scoundrels, criminal scum.
Bye.
Okay. Excuse me, Grabby Gus. This is a Legionnaire's treasure room, and absolutely no non-Legionnaires are allowed in. Treasure room. Did you just invoke the words treasure and room? I need to get in there. So he's guarding a skeleton. What's down here? I have to be careful to not click on the doors. So nobody's in here. Really? Why can't I go in here? Are these skeletons that dangerous? Like... Really? There's nobody in here. What are you guarding? There's some skill books and whatnot, but... outside of that, there's really nothing you should be guarding down here. But okay, I'm gonna oblige and not disturb that. Now let's as well... Whoops, wrong key there. Evidence chests. You know what? Why don't we close that door? And that one. Let's take a quick look inside here. Nothing. 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 Okay. Guess we can sneak. Well, we can't really reach that, but there's probably nothing of significance in here. Nope. Just move the bread a bit. Nothing here. Whoop. Okay. Aureus was turning his back to us, so we could... oh! Old buckler. Well, I guess they won't sell for much, so let's go upstairs and meet Arhu, the magicians. Legion headquarters, Arhu's study. Oh, that looks also precious. I want to have it. Why can't I even click on that? Oh, I can. Basket? I don't care for the basket, I care for the huge... crystal thingy up here. Potion flasks. Oh man, so much stuff. And again, I gotta mention it. Look at the care the designers put in that room. They just, you know, all these items they gotta be placed. And yeah, the graphics engine is pretty nice, but if there doesn't go any care in it and people don't handcraft and design these rooms and make these towers of books stand here and just the design of these shelves and have a candle before it and all that, the old desk with the chair before it, it doesn't come to life. Like, there needs to be someone who envisions that room and organizes all these items so it does give you that old magician's library feeling that this room gives you, and I just admire that they do that with this game and how well they do it. I didn't come about many scenes that failed to deliver their purpose, so really, really a thing of beauty they did here with this game. Anyway, let's talk to Arhu. Source Hunter, welcome to my most humble atelier. No need to look so flabbergasted. It is I, Arhu, in my other rather preferred guise. So now that the cat is out of the bag, what can I do for you? How about you tell me a bit more about yourself, Arhu? But certainly. What would you like to know? Who, or rather what are you? Oh, I'm but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast, and indeed I am both. My body, like any other, is bound to the temporal decay, but my spirit is a speck of light that shone forth from the eternal sun that is the cosmic soul. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of which is the intrigue spun by demons and directors of the dead. Hence my involvement in Cyseals. You see, my own desire is to witness a world in which every mother looks around her and purrs with a calm and contentment. For she knows that her chicks or children, her cubs or calves, will grow up without knowing the meaning of menace, the enfeeblement of fear. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet. Oh, you rhyme as well. MCR who in the house. So you can take the guise of a cat and prefer it over your human form. Something like that, yes. Polymorphing has always been a hobby of mine, and I use it quite often. Does it surprise you that I favor my feline figure? Oh, it does many. But then again, you haven't experienced just how far certain boundaries are pushed back when you tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. It's handy to speak in more than mouths, no question. Opposable thumbs, I couldn't brew potions or make machines without them. This I freely admit. But to be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness, you couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. Isn't it dangerous to polymorph like you do? What if you get stuck in another form? Oh, that'll never happen. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent if she'd enchant me in my cat guise. But I'll just have to be careful around witches, won't I? I'm my own wizard, you know, and I don't intend to become anyone's familiar. Let's talk about Source Hunter business, whatever that is. By all means. Let's discuss Jake's murder. Of course, I hope your investigation fares well. What happened the night of the murder? I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grape wine into a rather disappointing meal, I'm afraid. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor, where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same cup of wine for hours. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted, and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few remaining patrons. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When he finally did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt. Who, in your opinion, are the suspects, rather? I myself have none, even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife Esmeralda. Now it might well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters. Let's discuss Jake's corpse. His body is gone, replaced with that of a sheep? This is all very disconcerting, to say the least. Grave robbery reeks of necromancy. Could Jake have been involved with those that raise the dead? It seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless, you're onto something, Hunter. Do follow the scent and see where it leads you. Is there more that you can tell me about the strangers that seem to be in league with the orcs? I can't say much more, but that they're madmen, all the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry. Okay. Let's ask some further questions. What can we do about the undead that threatens Cyseals? Those who are raising the dead dwell among us. They simply must be. But even though I've spent many a night leaping from tree to rooftop, watching on as citizens stagger home from the inn or simply burn the midnight oil, I haven't spied a single soul worthy of true suspicion. The enemy is wily, They know us better than we know them, and they've found ways to avoid both detection and distrust. And yet, I'm somehow convinced that you may succeed where the Legion and I have failed. Call it instinct. Well, that wasn't very informative. You seem to have a bit of an orc problem, do you not? You have a flair for understatements, Hunter. I'm sure they are but a minor nuisance in the eyes of a born warrior, but the Legion, they are green-skinned death incarnate. Until they conclude what mischief they intend to see through, or less likely they're conclusively defeated, we can but bar the gates and hold up like mice while the cats are on the prowl. How did you design those magical ballistas? Well, I really don't care. Okay, so looks like we got all the useful information out of Arhu that we can for now. Let's look at his weird contraptions. What is this thing here? Pumping air into the room? I guess so. And we can't look at anything without it being considered stealing. So we'll probably have to come back once... once the owner of this lovely apartment isn't at home. Good, now we got the permission to enter the crime scene. We also spoke to Arhu. Let's step out in the sun here. Oh man. Very nice. Good, so now let's look around. What are we missing just yet? We did speak to all these guys. We did visit the prison, even though there's nothing of interest in here. We did go to the cook. We went to Mayor Cyseals. Visited him. We've been in the King Crab's Inn. What is this here? And we've been to Esmeralda and rummaged through all her belongings. But I'm as well, like Oris said, in his very special type of way, I'm not really convinced that Esmeralda is the murderer, even though the bloody knife is in her cellar. Like, that seems to be just too obvious. Probably somebody planted it there. It can't be that easy. Really can't be. And she wouldn't be, like, why would she be in the town and be so open? Like, why would you do that? If you murdered... Can I go... okay. If you murdered someone, like people suspect her she did... Can we enter the house? No, we can't. Wouldn't you just rather skip town? And flee? I know I would. What is this here? Tellurian's House of Healing. Oh yeah, I know what will happen when we go here. So let us actually end the episode here with another little cliffhanger. And I think that is the last talkathon we have to do. Go through here and then we'll probably get teleported into the... Oops. Yeah, here we got Evelyn and the two... She has to decide which of these two guys she will save from death, and that dialogue will teleport us to a weird place, talking to a weird imp and the Weaver of Time, or the Time Tapestry or whatever. And that will be a handful. But after that, I think we did all we can in this town, and we can finally start going around, exploring a bit, and trying out our might on some orcs or some undead or whoever dares stand in our way. And I'm probably gonna take up Oris on his council and visit to the north here. But I'm not sure yet. Maybe we'll go down the graveyard and in this weird tomb and check out if we can beat those guys down there. I would love to be level 4 though, so we can actually use the new skills. But whatever, we'll take it as it comes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did enjoy playing it, and well, I'll try and not say anything more because I don't want to spoil surprises. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, there's a little like button, you can show it. And I didn't yet get any comments on the Divinity Original Sin Watchers, other than a few I enjoyed it, so tell me about, you know, how are you playing the game? What's your character? Did you play it through once or twice? And then just tell me something about how you enjoy the game, because the series won't be the most popular in the channel, I know that, but I'm just kind of curious about who's actually following it and who's playing it, because we seem to have something in common in terms of roleplay preferences. Is that the word I'm searching for? I think I am. Anyway, I should shut up now, so I will, and you guys should have a great day, so go ahead and do that, and see you around for the next episode. Until then, goodbye.